All right, so we're back, and Morgan Freeman was apparently charged with sexual assault charges or something along those lines. Can you
Sexual harassment.
sexual harassment, whatever that is? Because like anything and everything can be considered sexual harassment nowadays. So give us the download tour. What actually happened? Huh? What poor the defenseless woman did he target with his evil misogynistic actions? What actually happened?
So fucking defeated. Alright, so here we go. Morgan Freeman was accused of inappropriate behavior and sexual harassment against. I guess some people who he did movies with, you know,
Don't sound
behind
too
the set or
happy.
whatever the fuck. Shut up.
You don't sound too happy about it. It's almost like you worship this man. You don't sound too
uh,
happy.
just stop. All right, so hey, at least we could say he went out in style.
I mean, there's more graceful ways to go out than that, than being accused
Oh
of
man.
sexual assault. There's better ways to
All
end your
right.
career than that. Come on
So
now.
apparently,
Yeah, the Komodo brothers are a
yeah,
fucking
okay,
joke.
you know how I.
That's why they never came back.
So a young production assistant was working with Morgan Freeman on the whatever the fuck it was called, Going in Style. That's what it was called.
Good show,
A bank
Chris.
heist
The
comedy.
Komodo brothers obviously lacked your mettle.
Like it quickly
Allows me to
devolved
get cocky.
into several
Still
months of
many
sexual
crystals to
harassment.
obtain. Remember,
Quickly
the
evolved into
world
several
is counting on
months
you.
of sexual harassment. Well, like, what was the
So
sexual harassment though?
according to Morgan,
You're you're kind of
rest his hand
you're kind
on
of
Chloe.
talking real soft right now. This is the softest I've ever heard you. Come on now.
Okay, all right. So she said that Freeman would rest his hand on her lower back, rub her lower back. Uh, she said Freeman kept trying to. He kept trying to lift my skirt, asking if I was wearing underwear. He never successfully lifted her skirt. She said. So
So he never successfully.
he would try to touch it, and he would try to lift it. But I would always like make him fuck off, go away, stop touching me, and then he'd try again. Eventually, eventually, she said that Alan, Arkin, whoever the fuck that is, I don't watch it. Told Morgan, fuck off, stop, and then Morgan was like, oh shit, cut the act. This was 8 years ago.
Yeah. And how many years ago was this?
He
Three. Cause I couldn't really hear you say that, but yeah. Here's the thing, right? And this is something I've noticed with a lot of this Me Too stuff is that they say that they were sexually harassed. They say that oh, this bad stuff happened to me, blah 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 blah. But it's like it's always after the fact. Like they wait until like. Any comment on that?
don't know.
Yeah, it's like you commit seppuku. That's a secret area.
Uh,
Crash 2,
wow.
baby. That's what this is.
Wow. Wow. The voice of God himself.
Voice of God ain't shit. I mean, are you really surprised? 'Cause, like a lot of these people that you look up to, they always have skeletons in their closets to some degree.
Am I surprised? No, not really. I mean, I've heard so much about this type of shit before that. It's just like, this isn't anything new anymore. My issue with it is like, why did you wait till now?
Yeah, because like I was about to get into before, that mindfuck of a secret area that I just happen to know about because I played this game way too much as a kid. That yeah, they always like wait until like years after the fact. That they get their money, they get their fame and their fortune and everything. It's like, I want some of that too. And then they start accusing them of sexual assault and stuff. It's like, why didn't you say anything when this was happening? If this is such a big deal, this is so important, this is so terrible. Why did you wait so long to say anything? Why don't you file a police report? Like, did they file a police report? Or was it just he sexually harassed me on Twitter?
They just told people. They just, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that they just told people, whatever. But from what I'm reading here, it doesn't seem like they really filed anything. It's just telling CNN and other news, whatever stations about shit.
Yeah, and like, how do you even know if that's true? Because it sounds like bullshit.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. All I'm saying is that I feel let down.
You really sad about it? You're actually legit upset about Morgan FREEman likely being fusely accused of sexual assault. You know he probably didn't do anything, right?
All I remember is what I have lost.
Yeah.
And now I've lost God himself.
Hey, that's why I don't believe in religion.
Religion is a fucking joke.
Yeah. I mean, this is what happens when you have expectations. You shouldn't have expectations in people. It's like, Morgan FREEman, he's my hero. Like, your heroes will always fucking fail you, or always fucking betray you. Assuming he did anything. I don't think he's guilty of anything, really. I need a little bit more evidence. I would not be surprised if they're just, shitting him because they want his monies. Because, like, again, they always want to go after, these celebrities and stuff because the whole Me Too movement thing that's been going on. But it's way after the fact. Like, you waited so long. Why didn't you file a police report?
Because that would have been too easy and they wouldn't have believed me. The Illuminati would have killed me.
Yeah, see, this whole "they wouldn't believe me" thing. How is it? How are you more believable from like a Twitter post or something? How is that more believable than a police report?
When you put it like that, you're making it sound like they're just doing it for the money. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, it's almost like that's exactly what they're doing.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Yeah, and you know how what were you telling me earlier before we started recording? How just an accusation is enough to ruin someone's career. It doesn't even have to be true. Remember that? That would explain why they're so inclined to just pay these people off and make them go away rather than try to combat it. Because combating it is like, once you've been accused, you might as well have done it. It's over.
I want to say no, not true, but unfortunately, this is the world we live in where, yeah, if you were accused, you might as well have really done it because your career's fucked anyway.
Well, I mean, hey, it's not all bad. Donald Trump became president even though he
YouTube doesn't like politics.
I know that. I'm just saying that he still managed to kind of win, even though he lost the popular vote and everyone hates him, and there's like a conspiracy about Russians and so forth about how he actually got into the office. But I mean, he's the one who's currently president, so he kind of won, right? Even though he was kind of charged with sexual assault, right? I mean, maybe it's not over for Morgan FREEman.
Because it's Donald Trump, he can pay them money to make them go away.
Well, what about Bill Cosby?
Here's the difference between Bill Cosby and Donald Trump. Bill Cosby is black.
Okay, well, what about this, right? What about this? What about Bill Cosby against Morgan Freeman, right? So Morgan can get away scot-free, right? Our man Morgan didn't do anything wrong, right? You don't believe he really did this, right? Right?
You missed the box.
I mean, this doesn't sound too believable.
Yeah, it doesn't sound believable. I mean, we all remember I guess some people remember the whole Damascus scandal. And how they were charging him with that shit. Basically killed his YouTube channel. Basically killed everything he's ever done. Then one of his exes confirmed that, oh yeah, fucking Damascus, he's a piece of shit, but he never did anything like that.
Wait for it.
What the hell's going on here? What the fuck?
Yes. Welcome to Crash 2.
I was like, why are you being quiet? What the hell are you going back for?
Yeah, it's Crash 2. Look, I think he's innocent. I think that this whole Me Too movement stuff is about extorting money from powerful people and using, gynocentrism and hypergamy and other things to their advantage to ruin these poor men's lives. That's what they're doing. Oh, get red pilled.
It's really about like this whole Dan Schneider shit.
Well,
honestly,
I believe that. I believe that.
I'm just gonna say the thing I said about Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider was guilty.
Let's be real.
He was guilty.
Yeah, he's guilty. He's guilty.
Fuck that. All that
Now-
feet shit.
Now, who knows what the fuck this man has man, let me just stop beating around the bush. He's fucking guilty. Simple as that. He's guilty. He's a dead man. It's over. It's fucking over. But
what?
I lost my train.
You seem really out of it today. This is the most.
Stop! Just stop! Just make it stop.
What? You're that torn up about Morgan Freeman being accused? He's not even guilty.
The voice of God.
He's not even guilty. Come on, you know deep down in your heart he didn't do shit. Right? Just like,
So, alright, the thing about Dan Schneider is, like, okay, it's likely true because look at what he's done. Look at what he's typed. Look at what he's said and the type of imagery he puts in his shows. It's obviously fucking true. But the question is, why now? Like, you're a little late.
No, I think with Dan Schneider, I think the thing with Dan Schneider is that it kind of slipped out. Like everybody in the Hollywood.
I don't think it's slipped out. I think what happened was, you see, what had happened was Dan didn't like his new show getting canceled, getting placed.
And then he started to speak up about it.
He said the wrong thing to the wrong person and got fucked. That's what I think happened. Not saying that he's innocent, but I think he said something to somebody that caused him to get exposed.
Okay, come on, you knew in the Hollywood circle, they knew about this. They just, exposed it. They just exposed him, but people knew, right? They always known.
He outlived his usefulness. There was too much heat, to the point where Nickelodeon's all like, we'll pay you to leave.
We're tired of your fucking foot fetish shows anyway. Our Carly was shit. All you do is post feet. We don't need you here anymore.
Even though they're like paying him to leave, that doesn't get rid of the fact that they fucking allowed it for the longest time. Like, they obviously knew. They didn't care because he was just raking in the money. Like with fucking John Lasseter. Disney doesn't give a fuck that John Lasseter did all that shit. They're gonna keep him anyway. You wanna know why? Because he's been raking in the
Well,
bills.
who the fuck is John Lasseter, and what did he do?
Pixar. Remember the Pixar nigga? He was accused of sexual harassment as well.
I missed that one. Holy shit.
I told you about this before.
Yeah, a long time ago. Like, long enough for me to forget about it time ago.
Oh, the head of Pixar, the man, the myth, the legend, John Lasseter.
Of course, it's the head of Pixar. I'm not surprised by that because the people in charge of everything are the ones who are the most fucked up.
Oh,
You know, Dan Snyder was in a huge position of power, so of course he was the pedo who liked feet. He was the one who had all the power. Always.
I mean, but it was true though.
Well,
For all we know, this is he said, she said.
well, I mean, the Morgan Freeman thing is obviously he said, she said, but I mean,
What?
I
What are
don't
you
know.
trying to say that Bill Cosby's an innocent?
I mean, maybe. I really like Jello products. Please just let me have this.
I didn't even. What Cosby movies, jokes. The codename Kids Next Door. You know, fucking number 5 Dan. Bill Cosby's just one big Bill Cosby joke.
I'm actually just going down here to look. I'm not going down for secrets. Man, I always wondered why there was a big cliff there when, like, nothing's down there. I think it's because they reuse level assets to create the levels. I think that's part of the reason why. Because there is a level when there actually is something down there. But, yeah, I mean, okay, we're 17 minutes in. We got a good, 13 minutes, 12 or so minutes before we, start wrapping up the show. But, I mean, what else can we do to top this off? Because, you know, this being the Me Too episode, we gotta hammer it home that our boy Morgan FREEman didn't do anything wrong, and if he did do something wrong, I'm going to feign ignorance and pretend that I had no idea this was possible.
There is the article where he apologizes for this shit.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? Because like you never want to apologize for this shit, because when you apologize, that to them is an admission of guilt. That's as bad as you being guilty when you try to apologize. I apologize for if I brushed up against your shoulder and it made you feel uncomfortable. That's the same as being guilty then. You apologizing is an admission of guilt. That's what they want you to do. And you may think that, oh, that's gonna get them off my back, but that's the opposite.
Say he didn't do it. Obviously, if he didn't do it, his first instinct would be fuck that, I didn't do that shit. He would just deny it.
Oh, didn't Kanye West get accused of something
like I said,
and he tried to deny it?
What?
There was some rapper or something, I want to say it was Kanye West or somebody who was accused during this Me Too stuff, and his initial reaction was to deny it and say, where's the police report? Which most of them don't do, but the reality might be that the reason why they don't initially deny it is because they can't. It's just that, it's awfully convenient how they keep coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, I got harassed too. 10 years ago. Like, you sure did wait a long ass time to speak up. I waited till, my career was over and I was washed up. And it was over when I, sucked my way all the way to the top long enough for me to actually be here. When I got everything out of it, then I complained about it. It's like, could have said something a lot sooner. What were you about to say?
Of course, anybody's first instinct would be to deny it. You missed it. Instead, you missed the other box.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Hey, this isn't as easy as it looks. Crash 2 is still a hard game. It's easier than Crash 1, but that's because it's better. The physics aren't as shitty.
Anybody's first instinct, deny it, of course. But like I said about Dan Schneider, must have said the wrong thing to somebody.
What, Morgan Freeman said the wrong thing to somebody?
I don't know. Maybe they were. I'm not saying. I'm not. It's only just rumors, but Hollywood ain't as much as it's cracked up to be. That place is actually shit, and you gotta say and do some things to stay in the business.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, that's what's been the whole Me Too stuff and the whole Pedalwood
So,
controversy. Like all that
maybe
stuff's been spilling out.
the only way to keep this fucking job was to just give in, make it stop. That's the best plan of action? No, because I would rather lose all my fame and fortune. I would rather be out of a job than this shit.
Well, hey, 2 lives is good enough, right?
Yeah.
But I'd rather lose all my fame and fortune. Well,
I'd rather just lose my fucking job than give in. What the hell? If I didn't do it, I didn't do it.
well, I mean, you're gonna lose your job either way, because the
Yeah,
accusation is all it takes.
At least, I mean, shit. If I had the money, I would just disappear off the face of the earth. I mean, I'm just being honest. Just disappear. You know, like, I'm not taking that L. I refuse. That ain't for me.
Little did you know, you didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Never was a choice, was there?
Yeah, once you get accused, it's over. That is the moral of today's episode: is that false accusations ruin people's lives. Don't do it. You don't have to, ruin someone's life to sue them for a whole bunch of money. Stop doing that. It's mean and it's bad. And most importantly, well, we're starting to get to the end here, so let's actually put in some serious, real talk that you only get here on the casting couch, because that's how you know you're watching a quality shows, that you get morals, you get lessons, you get facts, you get the truth, and you get real shit like this, right? Let's talk about how these false accusations make it harder for people who have actually been assaulted to tell their stories. Because if you did have an actual sexual assault case that happened, and you did have proof, and you did come out and you're like, yo, I was sexually assaulted, and people are inclined to not believe you because they just think you're some money-hungry, washed-up starlet or whatever. They think that you're just here for the money, when in reality you are actually, fucked over. And this Me Too shit is making it harder to take that seriously.
It really is.
It really needs to fucking stop. I mean, and it's all, and what I think another thing that kind of gets me going into just emphasizing that we're minorities, so we get those minority bonus points. You notice me, YouTube senpai. I can't help but feel a little disgusted by the fact that they really are just taking out all like the African American figureheads, the male figureheads, because like we don't really have too many strong role models as it is. So when Bill Cosby gets taken down, when Morgan Freeman gets taken down, there's like these wise, educated black men that we can look up to, and it turns out, oh, actually, he's a fucking rapist. It's like, well, what do we have? What do we have left?
It could be worse. They could be Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, they could
All
be
right?
Kevin Spacey.
So, it's not as bad as you think it would be. I mean, it's pretty bad. No lie, it's pretty bad regardless.
Kevin Spacey was confirmed guilty, right? So
he didn't deny it. He kind of just accepted it.
Did they file a police report? I'm so serious. Where are the police reports? I mean, that's basically.
Hey, that makes people think that there's a possibility that Kevin Spacey's innocent. Now we don't need all that. Because remember Family Guy was making fun of it with Stewie. Remember?
Yeah, that did seem awfully weird how they were making fun of Kevin Spacey.
And then years later,
Yeah, years later, not months,
it's
not
real.
weeks, after, years before he got outed for this shit, is when they made that joke. It's almost like they knew and didn't say shit about it. The higher ups, because, you know, like, Seth MacFarlane and Family Guy and shit, he's trying to warn us about stuff through Family Guy. He's red pilled. He's aware of what's going on. He knows the truth. He's just that his higher ups aren't. They don't allow him to just say that.
It's just awful.
Yeah. It is, but I mean, I mean, just, oh no, Morgan Freeman, but his voice, we can't have anything nice. I mean, you wanna send us off with a Morgan Freeman impression, since you kind of sound like a young Morgan Freeman. You wanna send us off with your homage to him before it's all over?
I've never practiced a Morgan Freeman voice. My voice is just deep.
Well, I mean, now's a better time than ever. I can't do it, but we gotta give our man a nice send off, because there's a good chance we might not be seeing him again.
Yeah, like, isn't Bill Cosby going to jail or some shit? Yeah, we may not see him again.
Yeah, so go ahead and give him his send off. I feel like he's gonna need it.
Alright, let me prepare something, man. Let me read something that only Morgan Freeman would read.
God damn, all these real victims getting fucked over by false accusations. I'm going to put my hat in the ring and say that he's innocent for now, but if he turns out to be guilty, oh well, can't control it.
Alright, let's read. Well, we still have time. Let's read a line from Everybody Poops.
Wow.
Remember when Morgan Freeman read this? I don't.
Well, you're about to remember.
An elephant makes a big mouse tiny. One humped camel makes a one-humped poop. A two-humped camel makes a two-humped poop. Only kid. Fish. So do birds. And bugs too. Different animals, different kinds of poop. Different shapes, colors, even different smells. Which end is the snake's behind? What does whale poop look like? Some stop to poop. Others do it on the move. Some poop here and there. Others do it in a special place. Grown-ups poop. Children poop too. Some children poop on the potty. Others poop in their diapers. Some animals poop and pay no attention. Others clean up after themselves. These poop by the water. And this one does it in the water. He wipes himself with paper and flushes it down. All living things eat, so everyone poops. The end.
That was fucking horrible. That didn't sound anything like Morgan Freeman. What the fuck?
What's supposed to be a Morgan Freeman impression? It's supposed to be me as I am.
Well, we tried, Morgan. We tried. Your thoughts are with us. Your thoughts are with us. There's 30 seconds on the clock. Any last words?
This fucking sucks.
Well, that's good enough for me. Your prayers are
Even
prayers
Crash
are with you,
looks
Morgan Freeman.
depressed.
Even Crash is disappointed in Morgan Freeman, assuming he's guilty. But
Still.
We'll have to just let time tell. We'll just have to let fate decide.
Until next time on the Cast Couch.